haven't, but whenever they go over here, they come back stinky as hell.
Over here, where?
Tails in Training. It's like somewhere in that mess over there. Oh, it's right there.
Okay, first things first. So you don't live too far back yonder.
Yeah. Straight back that way.
It's just funny because I actually thought you lived like way out
Over
there. Yeah.
Nope. I live in the most ghetto part of Black Hawk. I can testify to this fact because Jordan's son was outside not too long ago screaming, like having a full force, like fuck you kind of fight with a teenage girl, and this girl was wild out of order, and I was like, came out to solve problems because people don't scream at my children like that. And Aiden's like, whoa, 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 you have to remember, her mom's in jail and her dad's addicted to meth. Like, I don't remember what this little kid said to me.
Okay.
But basically helped me realize she's in a bad place right now.
You're about to go out there and handle business.
And Aiden, like, stop me. Like, no. And nobody's scared of me. And Aiden's like, this bitch is crazy. Like, don't fuck with her. And he met me. Like, he's like, I know you're crazy, bitch. I know you are. I love Aiden. Aiden's such a potent little truth teller.
That's good. You need some truth in your life.
I do. Delusional is such a powerful thing. But
You slept pretty relaxing. So when did you change your mind?
what do you mean?
Well, I went out there to start because I figured that between 8 o'clock and at least about 10 o'clock, that
Hendrix didn't wake
in
up.
that little time
Oh, I was
frame.
going to be bringing Hendrix back.
Back from Lead? I thought you were taking him
so I'm
too.
going to take him to Lead. I would like to meet Carl's dad.
Oh.
So Hendrix's friend Isaac, around Halloween time, said we're gonna dress up, and there was small little things I noticed as I was skimming through texts and stuff, because I have spyware on Hendrix as well. And for some reason, my worst fear is someone's gonna try and steal him. Now that he's super big, it makes me feel better. But Hendrix is just so. Anyways, he says that they're gonna dress up like the KKK, and they're gonna have Hendrix dress up like a gorilla, and they're gonna beat him, call him nigger. And I was like, Hendrix. So Hendrix actually at school, right prior to this, everyone was calling him the N-word, and he was just like letting it roll off his shoulders because he had no defense.
Yeah.
And so, Danielle, my friend, and I, like, she's like, you need to make him stick up for himself. She's like, he is never going to have any backbone, and you can't solve every problem for him, Sarah. You're going to coddle the hell out of him. And I was like, okay, I'm going to tell him that he needs to tell Isaac he needs to stop and talk to Hendrix. And I was like, this is deeply wrong. Like, this is hateful. And I wouldn't care if they were calling you fat, black, whatever, but you cannot just let people treat you like that. Like, especially somebody that's supposed to be your friend. Like, you're very high. My son is a high caliber ride or die friend. My son is a keep all your secrets, be your wingman kind of fucking friend. My son has called me and said, Mom, pick me up. And he's like, what's happening here? I can't be involved in. And you laugh at people getting pulled over.
Yeah.
I told somebody who was going to get pulled over 5050, and they got it. So Hendrix solves this problem and adamantly tells this kid several times, like, hey, it's enough. And this abuse is getting kind of like more progressive. And so I've known this kid since first grade. I've known this family a long time. They're a rich white family, very religious, from Arkansas. Hendrix went to like Lutheran catechism with Isaac or whatever, and they've taken him a whole bunch. And so I couldn't figure out if this was an ideology problem or if this was Isaac just being abusive to Hendrix. But either way, abuse is progressive. You think it enough, you say it enough, eventually, you know what I mean?
Right.
So Hendrix adamantly deals with it. I record these instances on my spyware, and I record it and put it into a folder. all of it. I could go through and edit, and I could make Isaac look like the most unholy, racist monster. So, whoa, scared me. So,
I got it.
so Hendrix dealing with this the whole time, and then all of a sudden it progresses, and I hear N-word hard art, and I tell him on speakerphone, and I'm like, Isaac, you need to stop. I'm not playing with you. So I probably should have dealt with the parents at that point, but I didn't. So Hendrix has his phone. I go through text messages, and I see the most heinous beatdown of him, berating him and calling him black in these group texts, and then calling him, you know, he's basically reminding Hendrix that he's black every single day, or feels the need to. So I call him up and I ask him that. I call him at 9 o'clock at night when Hendrix is crying, and I said, and I'm probably way too heated, but I call Isaac and I'm like, why do you feel the need to remind Hendrix that he's black every day? And he starts laughing in my face and being an arrogant little prick. And I ask him another question and he just laughs in my face. And so I snap, and I'm not fun when I snap. And I was like, I talked to Isaac, you want to say the N-word? You want to say adult shit? I'm going to talk to you like you're an adult, basically. And I was like, what the fuck is wrong with you?
Yeah.
To a 13-year-old kid on the phone at 9 o'clock at night, which really pissed his parents off, but that's neither here nor there. And I was like, I will take every little screenshot, and I will edit these audio calls, and I will make a social media smear campaign that will make you look like a monster. Yeah. Do you want the world to know what an asshat you are? And like, lost my shit. And so then all of a sudden his tune changed. His tune could have been changed from the beginning, but his tune changed. He said he was sorry. I told him to tell his parents, and I said that we were going to talk about it, because this has gone on long enough, and I'm not going to have you two talking to each other this way.
Right.
Because Hendrix had started to have some bad banter too. And so the parents, they refused to call me. They refused to talk to me.
Of course, they ignore you. It just goes away.
And so I'm like, no, it's kind of one of those things like, this is an ideology problem. Religious white people from Arkansas, like, this is an ideology problem. I don't feel like Hendrix is safe with them anymore. I don't feel like he's safe to go to their house anymore.
So then why are you going up to lead, I guess?
Well, this mom texts me, drunk texts me at like 9:30 at night 2 nights ago to be a crazy person. Because like on Isaac's birthday, she messaged me this, because I was talking to the dad, because that's who I've always talked to. And hey girl, I don't really know how to express my feelings on the whole situation. I stayed silent. I completely understand your frustration. My son has been out of line in several instances, and he's been punished big time. I apologize for his actions. I think you know in your heart that we are not racist in this house. As I have been planning Isaac's birthday party for tomorrow, I have been saddened all day thinking of how our Hendrix won't be here. I believe for the first time he will be absent. It brought me tears as I was making the cake tonight. Anyways, we love him dearly, and we would love to see him tomorrow. He's so much like family here. I understand if you weren't ready. Hug, Sarah. I said thank you, Katrina. I know Hendrix has spent lots of good time with you guys. The problem is that I do strongly believe Isaac is racist or has an ideology problem. He proved it extensively to the point where I had police document it for me. Oh, and then after Isaac...
Hi, can I get started for you?
Hi there, one moment.
Take your time.
Trenta vanilla cream cold brew with light ice.
A Trenta?
Uh-huh.
We are going hiking.
Yeah, I'm fine.
You don't want a venti?
No, not a
Okay, so you want a Trenta vanilla sweet cream cold brew?
Yeah.
Okay. Can I have a Trenta vanilla sweet cream cold brew, please?
With light ice.
With light light ice, please.
Okay.
Tell you what, I'll take one of those summer berry refreshers. Venti would be fine. Light ice as well.
Okay.
That'll be it.
Okay, we'll get that going.
Thank you.
So after me and Isaac have this conversation, I get this KKK burning a cross hanging a black person picture too. So I call the police and I have them document all of my stuff. I'll edit everything, have all my phone calls, have all of these text messages, okay? And I say, I think it's this kid, that's what's going on, but I've had enough. Like, this has gone too far. This has actually scared me.
Right.
And so, like, for you to just not call me and be like, oh, Hendrix should come over. I said, the problem is that I do strongly believe Isaac is racist or has an ideology problem. He proved it extensively to the point where I had the police document it for me. It was an everyday thing. He was calling Hendrix Nigger, hard R, in front of their friends. And it started out with gorilla or slave boy. When I called Isaac, I called to ask him one question. Why do you need to remind Hendrix he's black every day? He laughed in my face multiple times.
And this is you talking to the parents.
Yes.
Yeah.
He said, I don't regret blowing up on him. He should expect anyone other than Hendrix to break his jaw for talking to them like that. Then the arrogance of him sending me the picture, he really didn't think he did anything wrong at all. I dropped the charges for the picture when I found out it came from Noah's phone. I waited for an explanation, hoping and trying to understand. Mostly I'm bothered that Hendrix pleaded with him to stop multiple times in various ways, yet the abuse got more and more progressive. Isaac should have known better and refused to stop. So how am I supposed to believe anything else? Nobody's talked to me.
No, of course not.
9:30 at night. She starts drunk texting me, I think. I'm assuming.
Can I go? I want to go. Hey there.
I'm actually going to hand the whole card reader to you. It's a credit card. Did you want to stop for the holder?
Yes, please. Sorry, turtles.
Like a horrible passenger.
What is this? What is this? It's a boba straw?
You don't know what I got, Dave.
No, I didn't. So, she messages me 2 nights ago and she goes, Isaac will be at the graduation party. Don't bother calling Carl's dad because I already did. I have played by your rules, but enough is enough. Done. Is what she texted me. What?
This is fucking massive. Not you. That put your hand down.
I want
You see how big this thing is? Like, who needs this much? Put your hand down. Get away from me.
Hang on, everyone's got their days,
I do this every day.
Every day?
Every
I
day.
think I drink it, but drink that, but in smaller cups and more like frequently, like refilling. You know what I mean?
That's just as bad, though.
It is. It's, yeah. I'm just saying, I drink as much, but I also, I'm surrounded by it, you know?
Gotcha. Thanks.
See you guys.
Thank you.
No, put you in the head there.
You got a
Sucker.
boba straw.
Yes, that's exactly what it was. Upside down, upside down, upside down.
What do you mean? It's the same on both sides. I was trying to not touch it.
Oh, I didn't realize that. I thought it was like the other boba straws.
Nope.
Where it's,
No. I said I will call whomever I like and Hendrix will go wherever I see fit. Those are my rules. Unsure why you need to send that last message. I'm not threatened by this situation. Isaac should know how to act at this point. Well, just so you know, he isn't taking your threats anymore on where he can or cannot go. He
She said
lives
that?
here. Yeah, because Hendrix and Isaac, I just wanted the limit. I was like, originally I said they just need a 30-day break from each other. I don't want Hendrix to talk to him. I don't want him to see him. They've been friends since the first grade.
yeah.
So I'm like, they need a 30-day break. Because for one, the way they were both, this had been so heated. Hendrix trying to get Isaac to stop calling them this really made their relationship very heated. So Hendrix was also calling him like, you know, a zitty-faced loser and making fun of him and getting, you know, aggressive too because he was trying to get him to stop in whatever little kid way he was trying to.
Fight fire with fire. No.
Yeah. And so Hendrix said he will stay home. Problem solved. And she goes, must be sad having a mom decide everything for you at such a tough time in life. Poor guy. Anyway, there's no reason why they both can't be there. I will be staying for a while to make sure no adults mess with my, as you call him, Nazi child. He has been bullied by an adult lately and even threatened. I said my threats are as good as gold, so stop. I have every right to set up a boundary between Isaac and Hendrix after what happened.
She has
You
fucking
failed
balls, dude.
to see my point that your precious child did anything wrong. I will not stand for it. Don't expect me to change. Honestly sick you are still trying to defend anything. You have no ground to stand on except to call me a bad mom and be mad I yelled at your kid for being arrogant / extremely mean / racist. You feel like I've threatened your kid? Call the police. I could have pressed charges and there would be a no contact order. Here I thought I was being nice. He got punished hard, Sarah. Would you like us to bear him, or is that how you do things? Or maybe you're racist dude. How is Jordan involved in any of this, honestly? That's super interesting. Like, where did that come from? Because that's never been involved in anything at all. And my threats are as good as cold too, sister. You keep on calling people people about him and I'll take you down, you damn bully. You have no idea. Grow the fuck up and move on. My patience is over with you. There is no moving on with you. My God, my kid was 13. I don't want them to be friends. I want my son to be his friends without you and your threats. Go away. So I messaged her, okay, sassy pants. You asked me to grow up, but it seems awfully hard for you to act like an adult. If you need proof, read your earlier messages and maybe skip the wine next time. I did not bully your child. I yelled at him like he was an adult once.
Right.
All I ever asked for in the first place was a simple conversation, especially after the photo was sent. You guys couldn't even do that. Ooh, sorry, that scared me and I looked away.
No, you're fine.
Trying to make me look or feel bad doesn't negate what Isaac did at all, and I just needed to know why. Honestly, I just wanted to know why. Also, please don't threaten me. You don't need to take me down. All I asked for was a boundary, which would be completely appropriate for anyone, any parent. No one is attacking Isaac. I'm protecting Hendrix. If I wanted to go back through the spyware and screenshot the messages and edit audio calls to help everyone understand why I'm so pissed, I can certainly waste my life to prove a point. Also, my boyfriend has absolutely nothing to do with this. Not sure why you're involving him. Yesterday, all you had to do was be nice and ask me politely. I was under the assumption that Isaac would be there already, hence why I was going to speak with Carl's dad. Now, if there's already hostility there, I don't see the point. When you're ready to make peace, let me know. If not, I'm fine with that too. I've not posted this on social media. I haven't run my mouth to make you guys look bad. I really don't appreciate being told to grow up when you can't do the same. Like, this has been a theme this year.
Quite the lady. Not very happy about any of that. That is, again, it's interesting to me how she's like, we're not bad people. My son's not a bad person. We're good people. However, if you don't fuck off, we're gonna be bad people. And it's like, yeah. So your son was terrorizing my son. Tell me why I have to go fuck off. It's fucking gross.
And I need Hendrix to know that people that come from that environment. Because you know what? We've been down in the South. I've been in different places where I lived in Chicago. And honestly, there's a ton of reverse racism there. But I used to think, oh my gosh, there's such a huge population of Chinese people. And how do they not speak English? And honestly, duh bitch, they're not going to speak to you and they're making fun of you. Like saying things like, oh, you're so healthy, you ride bike. You fat white bitch. Ha ha ha. That's really what they're saying. Like,
It's like, I know how that talking works. Like, I've been there, done
they
that.
speak English. You're just not. You just think that everyone has the same intention for the world as you do. So you just, you know. And I know so much about these kids from going through these texts. It is out of control. I know so many things about these kids. Hendrix has now went from talking to boys, talking about Dungeons and Dragons and video games and Minecraft, blah, 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 to he's got 5 girls talking to him and he thinks only one of them has a crush on him. But all 5 of these girls are calling him on Discord, and then, like, it's just Hendrix doesn't get it. I don't know how to help him understand that one.
Because he needs a male role model. That's not Jordan.
Yeah, Jordan's
A positive male role model.
Jordan's not been very helpful. Jordan knew how excited Hendrix was to have a dad and never really acted like one. He's never taken him to do anything once.
And which
He's never spent any quality time with him
I
once.
find that funny because, like, my son, he doesn't know what it's like to have, like, my son doesn't know what it's like to have a positive, consistent male role model, but he knows what it's like to have, like, a male lead in his life. And so me and him go back and forth because he's just, you don't know what you're doing. You don't know what you're talking about. And I was like, never see you unhappy unless we're fighting because you almost tried to break my shit and I got onto you about it. And my boy, that's called discipline. And he just, so it's interesting how all that.
All of these kids have loved me to death. I've had extensive relationships with all of these kids. Hendrix, unfortunately, I don't know how he's as normal as he is. He really shouldn't be. He came from a really, really awful place. Hendrix maybe doesn't remember all the bad things that happened, but his body does. His body has a chemical imprint of, like, that trauma that happened. And I did a damn good job pretending that everything was fine. But Hendrix has really only ever known me. It's really hard as a white woman to teach someone how to be a black man. No Falls, and I walked with every different walk of life, but I never expected to deal with racism on this level. Like, you have to remember, I never expected this to happen to me.
You know, there's a saying in the black community is that everybody wants to be a black man until it's time to be a black man. And there are people that just don't fucking understand that. And it's like, you want the recognition of a black man. You want to walk tall like a black man. You want to be treated like not treated like a black man, but you want to be recognized. You know what I'm saying? I'm that bro. And it's like, all right, well, it's time to be a black man. And then it's like, well, I can't deal with this. And it's like, this is what it's like to be a black man. You know, it's not easy, but it's if you sometimes play your cards right, you know, and keep your values, it makes a world of difference.
Well, Hendrix is very Obama black. Let me say that.
Black,
But
I don't think he's black.
I mean, Hendrix is very Obama black. As a lot of people tell him, he's had a teacher at school, Mr. Miller. He's like black dude in his 50s. Every time Mr. Miller talks to me or meets me, he acts like he's having a coronary, and I'm like, this is not professional of you to fake chest pain every time you see me.
Yeah.
Like, that's odd. And then also he's always got like a little sly underhanded, like, like little. Anyways,
Right.
But when I grew up, my next door neighbor was from Lafayette, Louisiana. We were poor. I had shitty parents. We were taken away from my parents when I was 5 for a month because my mom beat me with a vacuum cleaner cord and left curly welts all over my body.
That's cute.
My parents were shitty ass fucking parents. They weren't emotionally available at all. But my next door neighbor, she was kind of like my grandma, and her other grandkids lived down the street from us. And her son's name was Hank. He was a cop in Sioux Falls, and he was a street cop, a bike cop. They never let him have a patrol car for like 10 fucking years. That's how much racism existed in South Dakota at that moment in time. And basically was the bike police department for all the drunk native people downtown. Like, I don't have no idea. But anyways, Loretta was so poor in Louisiana growing up. She told stories. She grew up with the Jim Crow laws. She grew up where it was very common to be raped, I think. Or, you know, go to Nolans and be a hooker. She'd say she was so mad at her mom because she couldn't afford to buy them beans and rice. Like, and that's all that woman ever fucking ate. She was the most frugal, tiny little thing. When I met her, I cut every flower down in her yard and made a giant bouquet my arms could barely hold. And that woman spanked the shit out of me. And she said, now, there was a day, and she told me, and I remember this from being like kindergarten age. And she said, there was a time I would have been hung from that tree for paddling your butt.
Yeah.
She told me, there's a time I would be hanging from that tree for paddling your butt. But you need to know not to take things that don't belong to you.
No, that's
She
true.
paddled my ass. And then after that, she fed me all the time. She had cable. And so I'd go over there and hide and watch TV because we didn't really have cable that much. And the only reason she kept cable was for that Black People Church that used to be on BET on Sunday mornings. I can't remember his name right now.
Black People Church. That's fine. It said Black People Church. That's fine.
There is definitely Black People Church.
Who are you telling?
I don't know where you're from. I don't know. Black People Church is way better than, Black People Church in Kansas City, one of my favorites. Also been there without Jordan ever. Black People Church in Virginia looked like a Tyler Perry movie. I was like, fucking hot damn. How did you find yellow shoes, yellow hat, yellow top, peacoat, yellow?
Like that, yeah.
Yeah, like, you know, and everyone was so polite and was like, God bless you. God bless you. Bless your heart. Bless your sweet little heart. Coming here today. Bless your heart. Bless you. And I was like, I can't tell if they're actually being nice or saying, fuck you. I can't tell. Trinity United Church is like Afrocentric this, Afrocentric that. I did that when I was 18, 19 years old a couple times. So I thought every black person had Loretta's story. They came from, it's almost by Hendrix's friend's house. But I thought everybody grew up poor like that. I did not realize there was an upper echelon of black people.
Oh.
So Hendrix's great-grandmother is the niece to Ella Fitzgerald, and her mother was a French ballerina.
That's neat.
It is kind of cool. So,
Family heritage going on
and then Hendrix's great great-grandfather.
Figure it out.
Sorry. Roosevelt is Elliot's dad. Robert Brown,
I don't know who that is.
first black detective in the city of Milwaukee.
I'll take
There's
your
a
word for it.
whole story written about Hendrix's great-grandfather because when ballistics evidence came out, they were able to tie his police weapon to like 44 different murders.
Was he murdering people?
He said as soon as ballistics came out, he reported his weapon missing. When he died, he left a fortune to Denise and his ex-wife and his son. And that went straight up Denise's nose, but Elliot came from, he was a trust fund baby. Pretty much.
Must be known.
He came from, like, he went to a private school in Hyde Park in Chicago. Like, he came from nothing. He was a degenerate alcoholic who said he was a gang member, but, like, he literally came from, like, a beautiful home, like, in Wisconsin. So we went and we worked for his grandmother when he kept getting fired from jobs. She offered to pay us an absorbent amount of money to come help her deal with her properties because she was getting glaucoma surgery and she was 82 years old driving like a maniac through Chicago in a Rolls Royce with an old Rolls Royce she couldn't fucking see. It was wild being in the car with her, being in Chicago with her, having her she didn't ever want to take me to Trinity United. She was so embarrassed by me. She was so embarrassed that I was white. And she told me a lot of good things. One of the things that her and Denise used to say all the time was, and actually Loretta is Elliot's grandmother's name too, and she
Keep going. And
Loretta always said that there's nothing that is more intimidating to society than an intelligent, good-looking, and well-spoken black man. There's nothing more intelligent, more threatening to society. You will understand. And so
that's to a point.
they were super mad when I got pregnant. Loretta sent me a whole thing of baby furniture at the time, whole bedroom set. Ooh, what is that? Deer running for its life. No other deer.
Hopefully it doesn't have Wasting's disease.
Cache Valley is out. I don't know what that means, but somebody else who looked like an experienced hiker told me not to touch things.
Yeah. If you see deers, like, especially like older deers.
I was putting a bird back in its nest, but and I'd seen an owl though out on the trails and actually right by the dog park, and it only could fly like 20 feet. It couldn't get away from me as I was going to look at it.
Yeah. If you see a deer, much like older deer, and like older deer, obviously they're more experienced. They've been around humans sometimes, stuff like that. If you see them just like, depending on where they're at, if they're in the wild and they just start fucking walking up to you, that's a problem. If you're like in a populated area like this, and then they start like acting like you're fucking crazy and running all over the bushes and shit like that, like, you know, obviously it's environmental, and sometimes that could be wasting disease and they don't know what the fuck they're doing.
Oh, I've had a pet deer before.
So
I literally have had a pet deer. Beefcakes. Beefcakes was old and all the ladies wanted them, but I don't know, this racial shit is like, Hendrix just wants to be himself. He just doesn't understand. He just wants to walk in the room and be Hendrix. He loves his afro. He's very good looking. I don't know why he's talking to a Jewish girl. I don't know how to explain that one to him. I'm gonna just let it ride.
No.
Leave that one alone.
But they're Jews.
I'm gonna leave it alone.
Not the Jews. Anything but Jews.
Yeah, it's really interesting how much genetic makeup there is between Jewish people and black people. I just want to say that. Sickle cell anemia. There's some interesting similarities,
Yeah, they're
genetics wise.
But they're Jews.
Oh my gosh.
Okay.
Nothing wrong with Jews. They make a damn good. They make a damn good brisket, and I miss people calling people schmuck. You fucking schmuck.
Come on. Fuck, I can't get it.
I can't either. The angle of the light's gone.
Oh, fuck. I'm too far. I'm not backing up. I'm not crazy. I was talking to the guy up here, and he's like, well, what if it says it's ending? And I was like, it doesn't.
The what? What's ending?
The road service up here. Maybe I'll get to talk to that fella. I have another video on here of me talking to him. He's a really nice guy.
A felon?
A fella.
Oh, okay. Like, why would you be talking to felons?
probably talk to felons every day. You don't even know it.
I don't care. I don't judge people based on that.
I'm a shitty driver.
I don't judge people based on
Yeah, I know. But I didn't know. I'm not going to say he is a felon. I don't know if he is a felon or not. I'm just saying he's a pretty nice fellow.
that. Okay.
Yeah.
But I've never had a 14-year-old. I'm only 34 years old, so I really don't.
I got me company this time. That's all right. Work it out together. You and him working out together. It's like me and Zach are going through it together. You know, he's 12. You and Hendrix go together. He's 14. Fuck. Can they be friends?
Yeah,
You know.
probably.
My son's kind of light skinned. Is Hendrix light skinned? He's kind of light skinned.
Yeah, you've never seen her.
I have. I'm just making sure he's light
Hendrix is-
skinned. So it works out.
Ah, yellow.
See, look,
Good hair.
you get mine, I'll get yours. I mean, we'll just make this work. Is that okay? Okay. Ugh.
My body is really sore from being upset yesterday. Oh. I've had the perfect amount of backbone at work.
Mm.
These bitches are scared of me, and I like that.
Okay, well, that's good.
I'm not fun when I'm pissy.
I would imagine a lot of people are.
Well, am I still on video? Are you recording my voice? Or you just record like, it's just like a trail cam?
No, it's so you finally caught on. I mean, you saw it when I started it, but so honestly, what I decided to do is that I've always wanted to do like a very like subtle YouTube like driving experience thing. Not one of like those crazy YouTubers you see that like speed all over fucking town and watch me be an idiot. I mean, like just cruise. So what I do now is that I have the secondary phone and I really haven't been using it for anything. So I said, you know what? I'll start using this secondary phone for recording videos while I'm driving. And so now I turn it on no matter where I'd say no matter, but I turn it on when I'm going places if I feel like it. And it just records. So it recorded my first trip out here, and then you'll see the other video where it turns around, where I turn around and go back, and then I turn it off when I get to BJ's. And then I recorded the second trip out here, so that I could have it. And so
I like this little creek right here, but this isn't the spot I've ever gotten into it at.
no, but then I
There's
posted
a spot
on
over
YouTube,
by some
so.
houses where I've gotten in the water before. Today would be a good day to go jump into Robay.
In a real bay.
Into Robay.
Oh,
Or when I first moved here, Robadoo. I haven't even combed my hair yet. I brushed my teeth and I put concealer that has sunscreen on my face, and that's it. My hormonal acne chilled out though after my period. That was kind of good.
the guy that I was telling you about back there, he said the ladies that's been doing this road have been doing such a fucking awesome job. He said it's fucking awesome. He said you can take a glass of water and put it right on your dash, and it's so fucking smooth as you're going through it that you don't even have to worry about it spilling over. I was like, heard that. Take that all day, every day. Because we were talking, he's like, when was the last time you've been through there? And I said, it's, been a while, but I said, at a certain point, I mentally know there's a certain section of road that's going to be rough as shit. Like, I just know it is. So I just, I prepared myself going through. But he's just like, oh, it's too good.
Build a nest.
There it goes, rolling back down my car.
I've done that before and seen birds build nests on my hair
Oh, I've
by my house.
when I used to live over by the college, I used to cut my giant afros outside my bedroom door because we had a lot of trees
Where'd you go
surrounding
to
us.
college at?
No, I lived near the college.
Okay.
Over by School of Mines. So I used to cut my hair, and then I would kind of just wait, and then you'd see birds fly down, pick up chunks of afro, and just fly off with it.
So I'm supposed to take Hendrix into that place to find his barber. I called them lots of ratchet white women at Great Eclipse and Walmart ruin his hair, and he just met this guy that cut it and decided that he's his barber for his rest of his lifetime. And these people, I was like, do you keep a log of people who've come in and gotten haircuts and who they've gotten haircuts from? They were like, no.
No, they don't.
So you need to come. You can come. Like, the class hasn't graduated from that point yet. Like, you can come and we'll figure out who it was. We'll have to come in though.
Damn.
I'm like, oh.
You can do it. I told you you're gonna have to go up there.
The guy that said I would remember any mixed kid who gave him a haircut if you come in. I'm like, oh, it's the black dude that runs the barber college.
Yes. I said yes.
I spread my hair all over your car. I'm sorry.
Yeah, please do.
Mm-hmm.
Let's take a vacuum to it later.
My little tiny hair pieces. I have to go chop like most of my hair off. All of this is dead at the ends. It is. I need to let it go. However, what I want to do is just let my hair not be blonde anymore.
So what are you gonna go for?
It's my regular hair color. I'm not really a blonde person.
Well, maybe you'll
I look pretty blonde, but I look regular, just as same as when I have regular hair, I feel like.
How about you look pretty with any hair color you'd probably approve of?
I feel like I just want to be healthy. Just want healthy hair.
Healthy
Just want
hair,
to put
healthy
healthy food in my
life,
body.
healthy mind,
Healthy minds.
healthy atmosphere.
However, I'm a little stunned by my mental breakdown. It was kind of intense. It was quite the mental breakdown. Like, I felt stunned for days. Like, I felt like someone stunned me. Like, something, like I'd done a code or something. Like, I just felt stunned.
What's good for you?
To have my system shocked.
To have a breakdown of some kind, especially if it was long overdue. Yes, it's good for you.
That was a breakdown. Help me acknowledge that it's a pretty house. It's kind of cool how it's built into the... I don't know how that foundation's holding it in there, but it's pretty. That's where I've gotten in the water at.
Don't ask questions you don't want to know the answer to.
There's another house that's built into the mountain. I think that's pretty cool. I'm like, how structurally did they do that? Was that hole naturally there and they just reinforced it?
Right. You know, the ones that worry me are the ones that are on top of Dinosaur Hill.
Oh, those houses. Yeah, they do look like they could get washed down. But that's a pretty garden, not like a little greenhouse. I wish I could have a garden.
Have you ever been back down here?
Hendrix's friend lives in Nemo. We're about to come up on Twin Peaks Ranch or whatever.
I think you're not wrong. I think it's further up the way though. But
Nope, we're real close.
real close.
Yeah, we're really close. We're really close to Nemo. We're like 10 miles from Nemo now.
What do you mean we're on Nemo? Or
Nemo, the town.
oh,
This is Nemo Road, but it only road centralized like that is for Nemo. This road wouldn't exist without that thing.
listen. It's so good. So good. No, let me tell you. I'm not very much like a noise guy. I can handle a lot of noises. But a couple years ago, I was, me and a roommate. She was driving her car, and she had some really fucked up windshield wipers. And one of them was scratching the glass, or scratching on the glass, going back and forth during a very rainy day. So it's not like we couldn't not use them. Like, they had to use them. And she just didn't prioritize getting new ones. Like, she just didn't give a shit. So finally, she was like, I'll do it. And we were like ending our day, and I said, pull over. And so we pulled into O'Reilly's, and I went inside. I got new blades. I came outside, ripped her old ones off, put her new ones on, and she started driving away, and she cut them on, and all you hear is silence go across the windshield. And I cried. And I realized at that moment it wasn't the windshield blades. I think I was just so fucking stressed that the windshield blades was like eating away at my patience. And so I had a really big moment there. I had to let it go because I wasn't mad at her. You feel good? So do you feel good?
Yeah. I feel peaceful.
No, I don't have any service on it.
No, you never do. We haven't had service since the end of Chicago Street. That's when my phone starts saying SOS.
AT&T is usually pretty good about having service in the Black Hills. Like this phone still has service. That's what AT&T phone. But my personal phone now, it's by Verizon, and they don't have service out here.
My goodness, I hate Verizon.
They've been nice to me. All I do is pay my bill, and they maintain my service.
They fucked my bank account up so royally. So royally one time. They accidentally like rebuild. They billed my account twice, refunded it twice, billed it 3 times, like billed and refunded, so I think that's how it started, was that they billed me twice, refunded me twice, and then billed me 3 times because they thought that they only refunded me twice and I needed to be billed. And then like put my bank account over, and so I sent back 2 of them or whatever, so they were duplicates. And I mean, we're talking that by the end of it, there was like 19 or 20 charges and 17 or 18 refunds, and like we were arguing about like $100 fucking. And my bank manager was like, "We'll call Verizon on the phone. We'll get this sorted out." Like they just don't understand.
That's so much.
But they like fucked my bank account up for like a month and put like when someone billed your account, I didn't have any money at that time. I was living paycheck to paycheck.
Right.
And so I was a waitress too. They like royally fucked up my month because I like didn't have any money.
No, that right there, that reason is why I refuse to auto pay anything. I've seen people have double rent taken out. I've seen people have double car payments taken out. I've seen all kinds of shit. And my friend now, she's like, "Why don't you just auto pay everything? Why do you manually have to go in?" I was because they're not going to fuck me. Like, you're not going to take out doubles and triples of things. Like, one of my ex-girlfriends in Louisiana had double car payment came out. That was almost $1,700. Double car payment.
You're from Louisiana?
No. But I had an ex-girlfriend down there, and she called them, and she was like, "Well, what the fuck?" And they said, "Well, we can send it back to you, but we'll send it back to you in the form of a check, and by the time it gets to you, it'll be about 3 weeks." And here we are. And she said no. She said, "Just keep it." And then she's like, "Well, does that take care of my next month?" And they say, "No, this only takes care of the back end, not the front end." And so I was like, when I was on the phone with her, I was like, that's the biggest round of horse shit I ever fucking heard. And that right there is why I will probably single-handedly, manually pay. If I have to go to the bank every fucking month and do it, I don't give a shit. But I'd rather do that than having to worry about them taking out doubles and triples of things.
Yeah, Nintendo did that to me. They